What's up, YouTube? App driven guy. So, okay, it's January 2nd, and I'm gonna do a little different video than usual. I had some crazy experiences over New Year's. New Year's Eve was amazing. I mean, rideshare on New Year's Eve is just incredible. I made, honestly, about $800 in 10 hours. I'm not gonna bother putting proof up or anything. Everybody, whenever I do videos like that, all the trolls come out and tell me I'm liars and say I'm working for Uber, you know, trying to put up fake numbers so that, I don't know, I don't even understand it. The one thing that's pretty cool about that, though, is when all the trolls come out and they're like, there's no way this guy's making that much money, he's working for Uber, it's all referral money, whatever. I think it's kind of cool that people think the money I make is too good to be true. I don't know, that's pretty cool. But anyway, before you go thinking the grass is greener, all that stuff, like, my rent's $3,000 a month. I have 6 kids, and so I have to make that much money. Like, the universe gives me what I need because I need it. I ask for it. I expect it. And that's, expectation becomes receiving, you know, when you work, when you have that belief, you know, that you're going to get what you need from the universe, God, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, it's enough of that. So, the day before New Year's Eve, on the 30th, this couple gets into my car, and I pick them up from this dance party. We're cruising down the freeway, and I have the radio just slightly on a little bit, and this new Green Day song comes on. So I turn it up a little bit. I'm like, oh, hey, this is a cool song. Have you guys heard this song yet? It's, you know, it's different. It's like totally different than anything I've ever heard from Green Day. And they're just like, it was silent for a second. And then all of a sudden the guy is like, Brent, we need to get to a hospital now. And I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. The girl, I guess the girl was having a seizure in the back seat. And I'm just like, whoa, you know, okay, so emergency time, you know, and I handled it well. I just stayed really calm. And just like started getting, you know, I was getting off the freeway at this one exit, and there's a hospital right around the corner from where I was. And so I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go right over here. He's like, nope, go straight. And I'm just like, okay. So I guess he was looking on his phone at directions. So I'm just like, dude, whatever. At this point, like, I'm not liable for anything. I'm just trying to get this guy to a hospital so his girlfriend can get help, you know? And so I'm like, okay, I'll do whatever you say. So I go straight. He's like, quarter of a mile, turn left up here. I'm like, okay, I turn left. So we get over there, and there's no hospital. He's like, oh, there's no hospital here. What's going on? I'm like, there's a hospital over here. I'll head back to it right now. And so I start turning around, and he's like, oh, no, we have Kaiser. You need to go to this other hospital that's 6 miles away down the freeway. And I'm just like, okay, you know, like, there's a hospital right around the corner, like, right down the way is what I'm thinking, but I'm just like, whatever, dude, I guess you know what's going on better than I do, and you have to go to your hospital for this emergency situation, you know? So I get on the freeway, and I start heading down. I mean, I almost ran a couple lights. I was like, you know, like cutting off some taxi cabs, getting headlights flashed to me and stuff, you know, trying to get there. You know, and so I'm hopping on the freeway. I'm trying to go emergency fast, you know, like, but not dangerous. And then all of a sudden we're like halfway down the freeway towards this hospital, and he's just like, oh, actually, we're just gonna head home. I mean, the whole time the girl's in the seat just going like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm just like, what the hell's going on here? Like, is this a real emergency or what? You know, like, I'm sitting here like trying to drive all crazy, trying to get him there, trying to accommodate. And then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, never mind, we're gonna go home. I'm just scratching my head going like, what the hell just happened? And so we just like kind of like a few moments of silence, and I like changed the radio station to like some classical music, and it's just like, well played. And I'm like, okay, that was weird. And I drop him off at home. He does the usual Uber thing. Yeah, it really sucks I can't tip you through the app, but maybe I should switch over to Lyft. Like, yeah, dude, whatever. So, anyway, that was one story. And then, the next day, on New Year's Eve, this girl gets in. It was, like, right before midnight, about 10 minutes till. And I'm trying to pick this girl up. I had to, like, circle around the building a couple times. And she's, like, hiding in this little corner where I couldn't even see her because it was, like, cold outside. And so she like hops out. She hops in the car. She's like, hey, oh my God, how you doing? I'm like, God, geez, great. I'm right here in front of you, like a foot from you. She's like, oh yeah. I'm like, excuse me, can you please, like, you're right here. My ear is right here. You don't have to yell in my ear. She's like, oh, sorry, you're gonna be picking up a lot of loud people tonight. I'm like, well, yeah, you can calm down. I'm just sticking up for my ears. It's okay. We're just going, a mile away. You don't have to scream at me the whole way there. And then she got all quiet and weird. And I had, anyway, we pull up, it kind of got back into just normal conversation. I didn't mean to, like, kill her, like, buzz she had going, but it's like, dude, seriously, I'm right here. Like, she was right here. I'm right here. Like, and she's, like, screaming. And I'm like, just calm down, Jeez, a little respect, dude. I'm not just, like, a freaking robot here to yell at. So, anyway, we get to the place, and she's like, oh, well, do you have a few bucks change? I want to tip you. I kind of feel bad about yelling at you. I'm just like, yeah, dude, here you go. And gave her change, anyway. And so later in the night, I pick up these other two gals, and it was kind of annoying, because it was like I was trying to get my Uber guarantees and my Lyft guarantees, and so I was trying to take short Uber rides. And so they hop in, and it was a long distance ride, and I was just like, oh, it was like taking me way out of the zone right at the end of the night when all the prices were going crazy and everything. So I was a little bit perturbed anyway, but I was trying not to let it show. And then she starts going into this tirade about how Anakin Skywalker is she was having some argument with some girl at a bar about Anakin Skywalker being the whole central everything of all the movies and how important he was. And the girl that was in the car with us and me were both just like, shut up, like, you're so annoying. And she just kept being like, no, I just had to get this out. Anakin Skywalker is just like the pivotal male figure and like the entire thing and blah, 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 blah. And it was like, shut up. And every time she would say something, every time she would have some point, she had to keep nudging me in the arm. Like, just nudging me in the arm. And I'm just like, dude, at some point, after like 5 or 6 times, I'm like, can you stop touching me every time you need to say something? It's getting kind of annoying. And they both were just like, and not only that, but like when she's talking about, Anakin Skywalker and all this stuff, and like talking about Rogue One, she's like, oh, well, have you seen the movie yet? I'm like, no, I haven't seen it yet. And she's like, oh, well, spoiler alert, blah, blah, blah. Starts going into it. I'm just like, oh, yeah, no, it's cool. I don't mind having things ruined for me. And she's like, oh, it's okay. You're just an Uber driver. I'm like, oh, really? So I'm just a big piece of shit, huh? And she just got all weird. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, and she's like, so we're driving along. Yeah, she keeps doing the nudging thing. And so I told her to stop nudging me because it was getting kind of annoying. And her friend's like, well, she's only done it a couple times. I'm like, no, she's done it like 5 or 6 times. And it's kind of getting old. And you guys are being really disrespectful. And they just kind of got quiet. And she actually made the reference again a second time in the ride. I can't remember exactly what it was. But, oh, it's okay. You're just an Uber driver. I'm just like, dude, again, so I'm just a big piece of shit. And she's like, just got all weird and quiet. It's like, dude, have some respect for people. I was being cool earlier in the ride, but there comes a breaking point as a driver when it's just like, okay, you're being a brat and you need to stop. And it always happens with Uber rides. It's so annoying. It doesn't really happen very often with Lyft. It's a better community for some reason of riders and drivers. Anyway, those are my stories. And I just wanted to do a little something a little different the new year. I'm trying to just, keep fresh and fun with my channel. I feel like I watch some of my videos and they get kind of stagnant. So anyway, hope that was entertaining for you. I wish all you guys the best out there. I hope it's working out good for everybody. And I hope your New Year's was good. I throw out my numbers that I make because like I want to inspire people. It's the way I did that was with double booking. I hit Uber guarantees and Lyft guarantees. That was another thing that pissed me off about that last ride that was long distance. It threw me out of the zone to where I didn't get my last Lyft guarantee, and so I missed out on $60. And after I dropped them off, the rude girls that I dropped off, she left her cell phone in my car. So I drive back downtown to get back into the zone where it was like 400 surge, and they call me and they're like, oh, I left my cell phone in the car. I'm like, yeah, about that. That sucks. And so she's like, oh, well, can you bring it back? I'm like, I can ship it to you through Uber, or you can pay me to bring it back. You can pay me $40 to bring it back. Oh, okay, we'll do that. And so I drive back, and they thought I had their wallet too. She's like, oh, I lost my wallet too. So she's like looking through my car when I go back to bring her phone. She's looking through my car, and I'm like, I don't have your wallet, dude. And she's like, oh, I don't have any way to pay you then. I'm like, God, you suck. Not only did I lose my $60 on my Lyft guarantee, I lost the $40 I didn't get for driving out there. I lost the time and gas driving back to her house, and I turn on my app when I'm 20 miles from downtown, and it's 400% surge going on downtown. So add it all up, she cost me about $150, and I had to deal with her bullshit. Kind of wanted to strangle her. Anyway, I can't really complain. I made $800 in 10 hours, so whatever. So I hope this was good for you guys. A little therapy for me. I had to let a few things out. Have a great day.